This gel all over the place, and I'm going to be changing out these little nipple light fixtures. I don't like them. It seems to be like universal. You go everywhere and you see those same kind of light fixture. I think they're about 12 to 15 bucks at Wally World, but let me show you. I've changed out that one. That's a little bit better, but they are pricey. These right here, like, I think it's about 100 bucks. Let me see. I'm gonna change this one out to this one. I think this was about 70, 80 bucks. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. My disclaimer, I'm no professional. I just got a little common sense, and if I screw up, then that'll be the benefit on y'all, because I'll show you what not to do. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna show you the tools and stuff that's needed. Here's the instructions. It tell you to have all this kind of stuff. Yeah, this right here, electrical tape. Yeah, I don't think that's really a necessity, because they have the little wire nuts here. You just twist those on and that holds the wire together. So I don't know what you're going to use electrical tape for. You got all your screws. This thing right here, this is what I'm talking about. Stuff like this. You have these plates, but I guess they're not like universal or something, because I don't know, these seem like it's a little bit wider. Well, I'll try it and see. The one I did in the hallway, this didn't screw into the hole. The screws didn't fit into the hole, so I had to ninja rig it up somehow and got it to work. But yeah, that's the only issue. That's one of the main issues, is that I gotta see if these will fit into the hole. But we'll go all over that. So you're gonna need a screwdriver, and it comes with your screws and your nuts and all that kind of stuff. The light, this one didn't come with a light bulb. That's the light bulb, which doesn't matter to me because I don't like those color lights. I like the white lights. Like this right here, they have yellow lights, and I don't like it. But I've been looking for, let me see. Yeah, see, I don't like that color light. I've been looking for a replacement, like white lights, but this daylight, the sun daylight. Okay, so you're gonna need a Phillips tip, the cross tips. Let me show you. I don't know if I can get that. Yeah, there we go. The cross tip, not a flat. See on here, it says you'll need a flat. I guess you'll need a flat tip if you're changing it out and it has a flat tip screw in there. I don't know, but these are all Phillips. See the cross? And you can see the cross there. Now what you want to do is make sure you use the right tool. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. See if I can get this out. So like this one, come on. This one is too small. See, you can see the play. So I can twist it a little bit. So I'm giving it a little bit of twist, and there's just too much play in there. You want it to fit snug. So let's try this one. This one looks like it's too, yeah, this right here is too fat. You can feel it. You probably can't see it, but I can feel it that it's too fat. It won't fit in there good. So let's see this one. Yep, this goes in there perfect. That's a perfect fit. So you want to make sure you have the right tip. Only thing it'll do is it'll strip it if it's not the right tip, or it'll slip every time you turn it. And yeah, so just make sure you get the right tip. All right, so I got a power drill here, and I think that tip, it'll fit, but it's just to make things go a little bit faster. Let me see here. Also, make sure you have your ladder. I got some wire cutters. Got them. So you got wire strippers. I haven't used these in about 20-30 since like the 90s. So I don't know. You pretty much just put the wire inside these little holes. I don't know the gauge of the wires, but let me see if I can get that. There we go. You put them inside these little holes and you cut it. It'll cut the sheath, the insulation, and you just pull it off. But maybe I'll attempt to show you, but I've done it on the other ones and it wouldn't cut it. So I've been using a utility knife or a box cutter. It's just a real sharp razor tip, and you can just shave off the insulation. But be careful, because you can also cut into the copper and, you know, shave off the copper too. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. Well, let me show you this first. So all you have to, this is a screw right here. So all you do, you know, righty tighty, lefty loosey in most cases. You just screw this, but I need two hands because I also need to hold this so it won't just fall down. So, okay. So now I've taken the dome off and you can see it's attached on this thing right here. So that's the reason why you need two hands, because it'll just slide on down if you're not holding the dome up. But you can't see them, but there's two screws here that needs to be taken out, and there's a screw here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Oh, make sure you set the switch. You know, you have like, if you're gonna put it in or back it out. All right, so now I unscrewed the two screws out. That's a pretty long screw, so that's the reason why I use my drill, because if I just use a regular screwdriver, it'll take 10 minutes. So now this is out. Let me flip it over. Now this is out and it's just hanging on by the wires. I would suggest using like goggles, safety glasses, so none of this stuff won't fall into your eyes, or just make sure you move your head back whenever you tilt it, because you got dust and fiberglass and stuff fall out. But make sure you have turned off your circuit breakers before you go touch any of these wires, because just turning the light switch off don't necessarily mean that no power will be going through. So okay, so like I said, now we got this down. We're gonna have to disconnect these wires. Of course, I'm gonna need two hands for that, but what you want to do is take some wire cutters. These are crimped on, unfortunately. So I take wire cutters and split this off, and then there's like a metal piece that's holding this together. So I just pretty much take the wire cutters and cut it off right there at that crimp. These right here, the wire nuts, you just twist. Let me see if I can show you. Just twist them in the opposite direction and it should pop right off. Yep, see, and that's it. Just that simple. Also, you can reuse these if there's nothing wrong with it. It seems like it's pretty good. You just reuse these. This right here, you need to just unscrew these two screws, and then this little plate falls right off, because you have to use a separate plate. It comes with all the lights comes with the plate, so you have to use the plate that comes with it. But I'll show you that. What I also do is, you know, the wires are color coded, black to black, white to white, and this one is always ground. I leave this ground one connected just in case. When I disconnect these, I always leave this connected until I'm finished disconnecting these. Once these are disconnected and not touching, then I go ahead and take that ground off. Yeah, so let me see if I can get it. So I just use this wire cutter to cut up to that little metal piece inside, and then pull it off, and I'll show you. All right, so once you got this cut to the little metal piece, it just pops off, slides off. And then I just cut it. I just cut it right here. Take the wire. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Yep. And then I just clip it. Alright, I'm going to do the same for this one, but I'm not going to do a video because you pretty much see what I've done. You just want to cut it. Alright, so now I got all of them cut off. You could just, once you cut it up to that little metal piece, the little clamp right there, see, yeah, there. Once you cut it up to there, actually, you can just go ahead and cut the whole thing off. It just saves like maybe 1/4 of an inch of wire. So now I got to go ahead and disconnect that. Now this is all holding on by this little bitty, let me show you, by that little bitty piece of wire. So you need to hold on to it. But it's barely on, so I can just snatch it off right there. And there we have it. Now I got that part off. All right, now all we got to do is take these 2 screws out. There's a screw there, and there's a screw there. I usually use a screwdriver, but since I'm trying to hurry up for this video, I'm gonna go ahead and use the drill to take it out. Okay, now I got that plate out. Now I want to get the other plate. I don't have it up here with me, but let me show you something. All you got to do is unscrew this. There's 2 screws here. Now you see how you take this out with these points. Let's see. These edges pointing downward. That's how you're going to place it inside. So I'm going to hold on to it to show you. And you want to put it in just like that. Pull all the wires through, and you want to set it in just like that. Now, the issue with these, I don't know if this will fit, is that the holes aren't perfectly lined up. So what I did with the other one was spun it around and try to use these little slots for the screws to fit in. Hold on a second. Let's see. So like this little slot right here. I'll try to fit a screw in there to plug it in. Screw it in that hole. Not this hole, that's too small, but this curved slot. Yeah, so we're gonna try to see if it'll work. Good news, this plate fits. See, the other one I had it, the screws didn't fit. I'm using the original screws that was already in here, except for the screws that came with it. I mean, why not? I'm just gonna do it that way, but it fits into the hole just right and right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw that in and we'll go from there. Okay, so I got my wires pulled through and it fits good. I got it screwed in. All right. I'm done with the screwdriver because the other screws are small, so I'm just going to use a regular screwdriver instead of the drill. Okay, so now we just strip the wires. Let me see this one and this one. This is your ground. I don't know why it's painted, but this copper one is your ground, the bare one. Okay, so you got your black wire, you got your white wire, and you need to strip about 1/2 inch, about that much off. So I'm gonna need 2 hands. I'm not sure which gauge this is, so what you do is just pretty much start at a big hole and work your way down. That's too loose, so I'm gonna go down 2 more. I don't even know if I'm getting this. So that's 2. Let me see. So you pretty much just find out which hole fits. You should start off with I don't even know if you can see that. There. You should start off with a bigger hole and just work your way down until it cuts into it. And then you can close it up and pull it off. But I can't do it with one hand. Now, if you got a utility knife, all you do is just, hold on, just shred it off. See how that comes? Now don't do it this way because you don't want to cut your thumb. But you're supposed to be working down this way. Is how you would do it, down that way. And you just shred it off. But I can't do it with, well, let me see something. No, I don't know if that'll work. But I'll do it and then come back. Well, let me see. Still recording? All right. Yeah, so see, you just shred that off and then you can cut that off or pull it off. I'll just go ahead and cut it off. And that's about as much bare wire as you need right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the black wire. I'm gonna see if I can get these wire strippers to work. See, and that's all. You just pull the sheath off the insulation. All right. Okay. Now here's the crazy part, because it'd be a lot easier if you got like two people, one person to hold the light while the other person connects the wire. But this is what it's all about when it's just one person. That's what I make these channels for, these videos. But I'm gonna try to show you. All right, now this part right here, that's why it's good to have an associate, but that's what I do on this channel. I'll just do everything by myself because I won't be able to show y'all. I'm using this paper so I won't get any fingerprints around here. The other one they actually came with little white gloves. I'm gonna show you what I'm supposed to do. What I have to do is hold this up and then connect the wires. So the way you connect the wires, as you can see, you have the black one, the white one, and the copper one, which somebody got paint on it, but that's the copper. The bare one is the ground. And you have black, white, and copper. And all you do is just connect them. These are already stripped, so you don't have to worry about stripping them. That's a good thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me show you how this is. So you connect the white to the white and the black to the black. But I'm gonna show you how it's done on this one. So all you have to do is line these two wires up together. You don't have to twist it, anything like that. You just line them up. Make sure they're even. Those aren't even. I'm trying to get them even. Like that. Nope, still not even. Like that. So that's dagnabbit. Hold on, let me straighten them out. Okay, there you go. So they're even. You just need them together. The reason why you need them together, some people twist them because that'll keep them from being apart, like how these two flare out. But the reason why they twist them is because you got to get them in that little hole right there. You see, so. But all you have to do is, when I can't do it with one hand, But when you got them together like that, you just, I can't get it. Whoa, snap. Don't want to drop that. All you do is just slide this on, and then you twist it. And then they'll twist together. And you can feel it cinching down. It'll get tight. And then once it's tight, you give it another twist, and you will see the two wires down here at the bottom start twisting around each other. So you don't need like a full twist or anything. Just when you start seeing them twisting, that's when you can stop. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I always connect you can't see, but that's the bare one. Like I said, I always have ground connected, even though the power's cut off. I'm gonna need, you want to make sure you have a real good connection, so I wrap it around several times. Get it really tight on there. All right. Remember, white to white. Isn't that good? This is the tricky part. All right. Feel like I'm diffusing a bomb or something. I'm all sweaty and hot. Once you do that, let's see if I can show y'all. Once you do that, got them all connected, white to white, black to black, ground. And then you stuff all this stuff inside and just line these two up and put the screws in. Almost screw to go. I would suggest getting a magnetized screwdriver for situations like this. I'm going to tighten the other side up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I noticed the light bulb, that little portion right there came bent, so I gotta straighten that out. See how it's crooked? I got OCD. But anyway, so once you tighten up the screws, turn the power back on, circuit breaker. Let's see what happens. Put the light bulb in and there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and straighten it up, but you pretty much got the gist of it. All right. So that's it. Jay all over the place with another video. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and share, and all that kind of good stuff. Appreciate you.